Welcome to our series, Be Unconventional. The extraordinary women that are part of these featurettes all have a few things in common. They harness their passions, create meaningful opportunities, and are resilient to the core. Meet Jessie Draper, CEO of Halogen Ventures. She got her start in the media industry and now runs a venture capital fund that focuses on female founders. As a woman and business owner, she focuses on empowering other women and our next-gen superstars. In our first featurette, Jessie will give us a glimpse into her world.
My name is Jessie Draper, and I'm the founding partner of Halogen Ventures. We invest in early stage companies in the technology arena, typically consumer companies, and there has to be a woman in the founding team. I grew up in technology. I'm actually a fourth generation investor and the first female. I think my career path has been very, very unconventional. I went from Nickelodeon actress to venture capitalist to investor. And I've always been in the mindset that you can start over in a new career at any stage of your life. I didn't go to business school. I don't have your typical background when it comes to being an investor, but I'm really good with numbers and I have a great track record. And I think because I didn't know what I was getting into, it's made me much more innovative. And I think in ways that are non-traditional and very unconventional. I think my best advice for kicking ass as a woman specifically is just don't take anything too personally. Let it wash over you. You know, I got so many no's that it doesn't even faze me anymore. Like, I used to take those things so personally right when I was starting my career out, and you can't. You know, the world is bigger than that. You have too little time to worry about who's saying no to you. And I think that has really helped me in everything I do. I just, instead of thinking, oh, they said no, I think I'm talking to the wrong person. So where am I going to get the yes I need, you know, for this next endeavor? You know your business better than anyone because you've built it. You know yourself and your strengths better than anyone because you've lived with yourself this long. Just own whoever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope that more women begin putting their resources to work and investing in companies or funds that invest in companies that support women, because right now what I'm trying to do is balance the pay gap between women and men by getting these female-run companies off of the ground and then creating these female billionaires, which will then, the data shows, invest that money back into the ecosystem. If you wanted to get started as a venture capitalist or an investor, you know, if you have any extra money, $100, $1,000, $1 million, first, I would download an app or go online and buy some public stocks that you personally feel invested in. I think, you know, there's a lot of data around women feeling uncomfortable investing because they're afraid to make a bad investment. The best advice I would give those women is take a risk. A bigger risk will pay off much larger. And so I'd say put your money to work, start in the public market. It's an easy way to kind of get your feet wet and feel a little safer. And then if you feel like putting money into the public market, I would invest in something you're excited about. You know, if you are curious about biotech, for example, and want to learn more, you could invest in a fund that's focused on biotech. And that, again, is less risky because you're not investing in one biotech company. You're investing in a fund that invests in many biotech companies. Some of them will go under, and it'd be better that that happens within this fund you invested in than in the one company you choose. So I actually encourage women to, one, invest in funds, and two, play around with stocks and take a lot of risks with their money. If you're a new investor and you have a little money to put to work, and you've decided that you're going to be an angel investor and invest in deals on your own, it's like investing in your friend who has zero experience in the restaurant industry and they don't know what they're doing, but you believe in them. So you're going to give them your money. And it's very unlikely that you will see that money back. But if you diversify and invest in a fund, you get to track 30 companies, or depending on their strategy, and learn about this industry and learn how you could invest on your own. So I actually would recommend, if you have money to deploy, to invest in funds before you become an investor, angel investor on your own. It'll also increase deal flow. Often fund managers send their deals that they're investing in to their investors to invest in directly, so you can have a direct relationship with that founder. When I invest in founders, I am looking for people who can walk through fire. Like, I need someone who I know, it doesn't matter if I give them the money or not, they are going to make something happen. And then I also look for some kind of traction, and that could be $1 million in revenue, that could be 100,000 customers or 100,000 email addresses. I want someone to show me something that there's excitement around in some way. And then the product itself needs to be incredibly interesting and unique. And then I'm also looking for companies that build billion-dollar businesses. I think too many times women come to me and say, okay, here's the business I'm building. And I say, okay, well, how big is the market? And they say, well, the beauty industry is, a $50 billion market or something like that. And I say, okay, yeah, but you're only going after like this $50 million market if you actually break it down. So come back to me when you figured out how you are applying this to the $1 billion opportunity. And so I always say, think bigger, dream bigger, figure out how to build your business bigger, whether that's other revenue streams or whatever you need to do. You need to be going after $1 billion business, because otherwise you're not going to be making your investors their money back. And that is something you have to do.